I've got the assembled Panzer IIs that I put together. They're all the Zvezda ones. I've got 3 Flames of War bases. I've got some little bits of rock, and I've got some sand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base the tanks. So first thing to do is work out where the tank will go. Find a nice little bit to put a rock on. Put the rock there. Bang. And a couple more of those. What I'm doing and why is A, to give the base a little more weight, and B, to make it a bit more 3D and interesting. So at this point I will glue the tank down. Again, get a little bit of rock, pop it there, get a little bit of rock and pop it there. Why am I doing this? Because 80% of the deserts in the world are rocky rather than sandy. That's a Panzer II squadron stuck to the bases. The next step's going to be to put sand on those bases. So, again, because it's 15mm scale, the sand will look a little more like sort of light rock. I'm going to get some PVA glue. This was bought from the ever reasonably cheap Poundland. Bit of that in the palette. An old and knackered brush. Yeah, that's dry out of PVA. Put the PVA under the tank far enough that somebody picking it up and having a look will see that there's sand underneath. It's actually completely okay to both get a little PVA on the sides and a little PVA on the tracks, because what will then happen is a little bit of sand will stick to it. For anything that goes a little over the side, we can just scrape off with a finger or a craft knife. Anything on the tracks, that's pretty much just going to make it look a little more realistic with sand gripping to the tracks. Also, if you get a bit on the rock, it will just blend the rock into the landscape. So there's now plenty of PVA on there. Take the tank, then leave them in there for a minute while I take some PVA and do the next tank. Taking the tank straight out can lead to sand that was only marginally attached dropping straight off, which could leave you with bald patches or just less dense patches. So leaving it in for a minute isn't going to do any harm. This is what it looks like when the sand has dried, and I've applied a second coat of PVA to the sand to fix it in place and make it quite hard. I think this will take paint quite well. I'm going to spray undercoat it tomorrow using the DAC yellow provided by Battlefront. Quite happy with how they've shaped up so far. The Zvezda kits, they're good and cheap. They've got the right amount of detail for a 15mm model, and basing them makes them look even better. I am just going to be using them for Desert War. I don't need them to be multi-theatre. I'll be doing them desert yellow anyway. So that's an idea of exactly how you get that sort of basing effect, and in the next video you'll see them painted up. If you've liked this video, hit like or subscribe. I'm doing a whole bunch of Battlefront stroke Flames of War stroke Blitzkrieg Commander videos, though most of this month it is going to be terrain. But yeah, I'll paint these guys up, bring you a separate video on that. See you